Hello, hi there, and welcome to another anti-flitter video. Now today, I can't help but just have a wee bit of a big head, because in today's video, we learn that New Zealand is actually Atlantis. Check it out.
Most people have heard of Lemuria or Atlantis.
Yeah, so Lemuria was a hypothesized land bridge that has since been disproven by plate tectonics. And Atlantis was a story written by Plato in 359 BCE.
Very few, though, hearing about Zealandia.
Zealandia is eco-sanctuary located in Karori near Wellington.
Yeah, not that Zealandia, Yuri.
Okay then, what is it?
Well, you see, Zealandia is the sunken continent which sits upon the Australian and Pacific plates.
This is where New Zealand gets its name, and you can see that you have New Caledonia, New Zealand, and you have to wonder, why is new?
Okay, where to begin? First, New Zealand has two names. In Te Reo Māori, it's known as Aotearoa, or Land of the Long White Cloud. The name New Zealand comes from when the Dutch explorer Abel Tasman returned to the Netherlands with maps of the area. The Dutch map makers called the land New Zealand after a province in the Netherlands. When James Cook arrived, the name had changed to its more English pronunciation, New Zealand.
What is so new about these places? Well, apparently, this used to be a massive continent. This is very interesting. It has a plate that runs right up through here, right through the middle.
Well, it's not quite up the middle. See, the plate boundary runs up the South Island, cuts just in below Wellington, runs along the coast of the North Island past Gisborne, and then out into the Pacific Ocean.
And a lot of this region that you see here, very shallow water, and they're saying 94% underwater is an area of 5 million square kilometers.
Neil, before get carried away, let's do size comparison. Australia is 7.6 million kilometer. Canada is 9 million. And Soviet Union is 22.9 million. So 5 million not too big, huh?
Where a lot of these regions through here were coastlines. And literally, most of New Zealand would have been like the mountaintops, the highlands of this continent. And now it's the only land available.
No. See, even if at some point the continent was above the oceans, at some point New Zealand would not have been New Zealand. See, New Zealand's position and shape is caused by the movements of the Australian and the Pacific plates in a process known as plate tectonics.
But it shows that over time, the Earth changes, continents do shift. We have land masses that rise and land masses that sink below the water.
Oh, so you do know about plate tectonics. And here's me thinking you were going to say something silly.
It's part of this ongoing change of planet Earth that we really know very little about. Scientists want to act like they know all these things and have all this stuff figured out, and then of course they want to push their psyops and their agendas on the masses to get them to believe what they want them to believe.
Oh, mate, you were so close. Yes, there are things about the Earth that we don't know about. But continental drift through plate tectonics is something we most certainly do know about. You yourself described their effects.
But in terms of the history of this planet, there really could be, on the ocean floor, parts of lost continents and in other places, cities. You can only imagine that along this region, this coastline, if it was anything like the cities of today, this is where all the cities would have been, along the coastlines.
No! What the fuck, man? Firstly, that's not a coastline. It's the edge of the continent. And secondly, you yourself even said it. It's always moving. And lastly, and most importantly, the Maori people never built cities. They lived in smaller communities.
So if you were to be able to go back in time and just go down here and explore this region, I'm willing to bet there's some ancient sites sitting in this region.
And I'm willing to bet you failed kindergarten. See, if you went back in time to around 900 AD, that's about the time it's estimated that Kupe found New Zealand, then you would find that that region is still covered in water.
But interesting nonetheless. For those that have never heard of it, wanted to drop this information, I will leave a link here so you can read into it in more detail.
Okay, so your description has a lot of pay me money links. That's fine. There is nothing wrong with getting paid for your content. But let's take a look at your link. And does anyone see the issue with your city's idea? No? How about now? That's right. Even your own source debunks you. Well, that's disappointing. Turns out New Zealand's not Atlantis after all. Anyway, that's all we've got time for today. Thank you so much for watching and making it to the end. If you enjoyed this video, then please give that a thumbs up. If you're new here, we really would appreciate that subscription. As for me, I'm going to be live every Saturday on The Silly Shill Show. Otherwise, I will catch you back here on the next episode of The Anti-Flatter Show. Until next time, ka kite.
Calling all shills. This is a general alert. It has been confirmed a mysterious force has collected 4 out of the 6 Masonic stones and is attempting to locate the final 2. Already we have experienced strange anomalies within our space-time continuum, and it is imperative that this unknown force does not find and assemble the final 2 stones. I am therefore authorizing the shills to use any means necessary to prevent this unknown force from completing their task. 01 out.